What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Hero TV. I'm your host, Alex Hampton, and today we'll be reviewing part 2 of the Crisis on Infinite Earth. I'm just going to talk about a lot of the pros and cons of what I thought of this particular episode. A lot of cool things to get into and a lot of things we need to talk about in regards to this particular episode. There were a lot of things that I personally have questions about, and I would love to hear you guys' opinions about. But before we get into the episode, if you're a first-time viewer of any of my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell right next to it. That way you get all the notifications of every time I'm releasing a video here on my channel on Momentum Media. We want to thank you guys so much for continuing to watch us and promote our content, and also continue to give your feedback of what you think about our videos. Now, just to jump into the review, this literally takes place right after the events of the first episode. Before I get any further, there will be spoilers, so you've been warned, there will be spoilers. We see the team coping with Oliver's death, and then we see how the team is going to basically trying to find all of these different paragons. So each individual has their own mission. So Batwoman and Supergirl go find Batman in a different universe. Iris and Clark Kent and his wife Lois Lane, they go find different Supermen, and I think it's Sarah and Oliver's daughter. They are basically trying to bring Oliver back in a Lazarus pit. So there's like a lot of different things that are going on in this particular episode. Now, the pro that I did like to see, there were a lot of cool callbacks, like in the first episode where we see Kevin Conroy's Kingdom Come Batman, as we see him as this dark, menacing man who suffered a tremendous beatdown, it looks like, from Superman, but it did wind up in Batman killing Superman. And we see how Batwoman and Kevin Conroy's Batman just interacting with one another, how Kevin Conroy's telling Batwoman that there is no hope, and just letting her know that there's a reason why I stopped becoming the Dark Knight. Not necessarily because of his injury, but the fact that there is no hope in this world. Like, this is a Batman who kills people. This is a Batman who doesn't believe in the rule of law. And he's trying to convince Kate that this is the mythology that she has to live out. And the really cool thing about this is that this Batman is very ruthless. So we see the trophies of the people he's killed. He's killed the Riddler. He's killed the Joker. He's killed Superman. He's killed so many people. That's why I said there's a lot of callbacks to this particular episode of original comic book lore that we have seen from this particular episode of Crisis. Another cool thing is that we see Kevin Conroy's Batman face off against Supergirl. He winds up dying in the process, but still, it was kind of cool to see that little mini battle between those two. It was actually really cool for the first time to see an on-screen Bruce Wayne in the CW verse, where we see a Bruce Wayne that has been Batman for a significant amount of time, and he is interacting with our heroes that we know of. So that was pretty cool. Another pro was that we got to see, Tom Welling Superman, as how he's living on a farm with Lois. He's basically retired. He doesn't have his powers. And, Lex Luthor is trying to kill him. But he realized it's a waste of time to try to kill a Superman that doesn't have powers anymore. So that was actually pretty cool to see as well. Another cool thing I liked about that particular thing is that we saw Ray Palmer, well, not Ray Palmer, but the actor Brandon Routh play his reoccurring role of Superman, but as Kingdom Come Superman. And we saw the CW version Superman and Brandon Routh's Kingdom Come Superman interact with one another. I think that was pretty cool as well. We see them fight each other. We see them, basically testing out their powers between one another. Clearly, the Kingdom Come Superman looks a little bit more stronger than the CW version of the Superman. So how they gathered together how they gathered together these different paragons, and realizing that Supergirl's a paragon, realizing that Batwoman is the paragon, realizing that this Kingdom Come Superman is the paragon, was actually pretty cool as well. Now, here are my cons. This particular episode was not necessarily my favorite. I did like it. It's not a bad episode, but here are my cons. If we knew that Tom Welling's Superman was going to be in crisis, and the only thing that you're giving to us is a powerless Superman, what was the point of seeing him? I didn't get that. Like, I didn't really get, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was cool seeing him, but he has no powers. He provided no value to the episode. He was just there talking about really nothing. So that I felt like was a con. Also, another con was this whole Lazarus Pit idea, bringing Oliver back, which they did. I thought that was stupid. I mean, Oliver's not Batman, and the fact that you put him in this Lazarus Pit to try to bring him back to help fight off against this crisis doesn't make sense. Like, why did you do that? Because we know Oliver was going to come back, probably, but he probably should have never came back in that way, which I thought that was stupid to begin with. So that's another thing. And now that he's back, they have to now retrieve his soul, that is stupid as well. So that was dumb. Another thing, I enjoyed the fight between Brandon Routh's Superman Kingdom Come and the CW Superman, but ultimately I didn't really see the value in that either. Like, what did it do? I get that Lex Luthor played a central part in this episode, but he didn't do anything that we already didn't expect him to do. That's why I don't understand. Like, I just didn't understand why actors were doing what they were doing in this episode. So that's why I felt as though the second part was a little bit less whelming than the first part. So that's how I feel about that. Overall, it's still a great episode. I really did enjoy the dialogue. I enjoyed the action scenes. I enjoyed all of the characters who were involved. So I can't wait to see what they're doing in the third part, which comes out tonight. So I can't wait to watch that. Black Lightning is supposedly in this one. If you watched last night's episode of Black Lightning, you saw that he got teleported out of the crisis because his world got eviscerated. So now we're about to see Black Lightning endure in this crisis as well, which is going to be amazing. So I can't wait to see that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this review here on Momentum Media on our show Hero TV. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel where you get all the updates of every time we're releasing a video here on Momentum Media, and jump into the comment section below of jump into the comment section below and tell me your thoughts of what you think about my view of this particular episode of Crisis on Infinite Earth. And also, if you want to support us on Momentum Media, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Momentum Media. Every dollar you donate helps us create great and amazing content. We are developing a lot of cool content. We're wrapping up some stuff by the end of this year, so please stay tuned for what we got going on here at Momentum Media. Thank you guys for watching this video, and as always, you have a blessed day. We'll be right back.